amazing to think that 3.5 years ago I was talking around a kitchen table in Braidwood, and here we are opening up at the National Museum in Canberra. Wow, that's all I can say.
Look, I did have a vision, and I think we all do, and until it actually happens, you don't realise.
Earth Canvas started with a passion for regenerative agriculture and a vision to understand more about the significance of art culture and how artists can influence social change.
I just feel that everybody has a duty to give back, and we also have a big duty to look after nature and to work with nature if we're farmers like I am.
As we all know now, the Earth Canvas project invited contemporary artists to work on regenerative farms between the Murray and Murrumbidgee rivers in southern New South Wales, linking the artist's perspective on the land with the farmer's management of the land.
Right away here at the museum we saw that that was a creative approach to telling the story of people on the land in Australia.
We're delighted that so many farmers from across the region and here in the ACT have joined the event today, and to take away, I think, some learnings and for future discussion in what is such an important topic, regenerative farming, and to lower the impacts on the environment.
The dominant theme in the history of human interaction with the natural world is one of conflict. We humans have been at war with nature. And that theme is evident in the 230-year history of industrial settlement of the Australian continent.
Right now, because of intense interest in both climate change, but also because of increasing interest on the part of investors, lenders, banks, and insurance companies in biodiversity, farmers are in a position where very shortly they will be able to access additional revenue streams that will give them a financial incentive to rebuild biodiversity on their farms.
It's not enough for me as a health professional to say it's an incredibly nutrient-dense food and it's going to be wonderful for you to eat it. It's not enough. It's actually about getting the consumer, I think, to connect with the landscapes and farmers, and also the stories of the farmers being told.
I think this is one of the most interesting regenerative conferences I've ever been to. You've got top statisticians, you've got probably Australia's #1 biodiversity expert, you've got practitioners, you've got artists, you've got people across the spectrum, and it's sort of walking the talk on what regen purports to be, which is a truly holistic approach to things, and that's what's being brought to this conference.
60% of the world's mammal biomass is livestock. 36% is us, 4% as native animals.
As a scientist, my concern is that we build the body of evidence to support the changes like regenerative agriculture that need to happen. I want to see farming done better. I want to see it done that has less of a footprint on biodiversity, less of a footprint on the environment, but we need the evidence to be able to take the other people with us that aren't in the room at the moment.
There's a lot of data that can be gathered to illustrate that what's been done to protect the environment is super beneficial, and private landholders can have a real big impact and reverse a lot of the detrimental effects, and probably do that at a rate that's going to accelerate faster than what the public sector could do.
People respond at an emotional kind of level, and a picture speaks 1,000 words. So we can have all of this data and head talk about why it's very sensible to shift to regenerative agriculture, which is all very, very valid, but it needs to be underpinned by this kind of deeper sense of identity and connection.
P.A. Yeomans is one of my thought leaders, I suppose, who passed years ago, but he looked at, well, he actually spoke about the farmer being an artist.
The works of art that stay with us and are alive through time are sort of made by some force that we don't completely control. And a farm that is regenerating is made by a force that we don't control. Does that answer the question?